To dismantle the master's house, you got to use the master's tools. And the master built his house on laws. He built his house on laws and institutions. So Douglas Colbert, University of Maryland law professor, Carey Law, is doing a class about Dred Scott. It's a Supreme Court ruling. All right. Blacks have no rights in which white people respect. You wrote the 13th Amendment to keep slavery intact. So in 2010, I wanted to make a movie about Dred Scott and a documentary about Dred Scott. And I showed how it works in modern day times. That's the case number. You see it? That's December 2010. This is before I got locked up. This movie was about Governor O'Malley, the state of Maryland, Brother Insurance, Bank of America, and how you profiteering off of the prison industry in the state of Maryland. I also did it in Illinois. I did it in 2 states. I'm a black Republican. And I was showing the social ills in the Democratic Party here in the state of Maryland, how you enslave black people in the community. All I was doing was making a movie about Dred Scott, showing that blacks have no rights in which white people respect. So he's going to be teaching the class about it. That's President Obama. I was making a documentary, and he's in the documentary because he asked for a full investigation about my incarceration. All right? I'm a whistleblower. All right? He got this letter and he got this mail. And it started right here. I'm an inmate, Illinois. See, Dred Scott went to one state and he was free in one state and he was a slave in another state. And he had to go to the Supreme Court to sue for his freedom. So I'm getting ready to go take my case to the Supreme Court. I'm gonna file a writ of certiorari pertaining to my property, pertaining to my false imprisonment, pertaining to the defamation of my character for making a movie about Governor O'Malley and the prison industry. And we're gonna show what Martin Luther King tried to do. We're gonna show and prove what being black and white America is. We're gonna talk about that check with insufficient funds. See that? See that? That's my store on Falls Road. That's my property. It's the Get Shorty program. Governor O'Malley approved the program in November of 2006. 6 days before my son was murdered in Chicago. The Get Shorty program was about our government. Governor O'Malley didn't know it was all about him. That's the governor's office of minority affairs. Because like I said, I don't just protest. You see that? That's inmate, Baltimore County Detention Center. Read it. Let me help you read it. Mr. Davis, enclosed you will find all the correspondence that you forwarded to my office last year. Those along with the letter from the Department of Justice that came with your letter of request are provided for your review. Also, it's containing your DVD that you sent me. That DVD was sent to my lawyer. My lawyer never gave me that DVD. That's why I fired him. He destroyed evidence. All right, like I said, this is Dred Scott, and I tried to take you to court, so that's why I'm gonna take you for a writ of certiorari because you denied me access to the court. In this case right here, that's Baltimore County. Upon consideration of the motion to squash the subpoenas for protective order under witness Governor O'Malley, former Governor Ehrlich, the comptroller Peter Francott. See, y'all use the court to insulate you from the corruption and the crime. And you use the court and the office of Gansler to do it. All right? And you used it here too, because I had a lot of people subpoenaed. Everybody that was involved in that case is subpoenaed. And I got everything documented. So when I talk to this law professor and we go to court and I file a writ of certiorari, this is going to make a difference in the courts for everybody. This ain't just me. This is going to change the courts for everybody pertaining to the 13th Amendment. All right? And like I said, President Obama got this. See these people? See the email? This is from ddshortman at AOL.com. That's the Chicago FBI. the Baltimore FBI. All right. You see that? The dates. These are emails. It's like I said, I'm property. I got intellectual property. I got a right to my property. And I asked for a full federal investigation. I'm well within my rights. So you talk to cabinets, you go to controller's office. Those are my stores. And you go to Obama and get that letter. Because like I said, 13 movies, 13 ghosts. We're going to tell 13 stories about the Dred Scott decision in the 13th Amendment. And we're teaching about the 13th Amendment at Anne Arundel High School, North High School. We're doing with one more and one less. And we're going to show you how the 13th Amendment ties into Dred Scott. So make sure you sign up for this class and pay attention to what we're doing. It's going to make a difference. And we're doing it for free. We're not doing it for money.